Let's check in with our insiders, get them in on the action. Chris Plank is our main man for the Sooners. Alan Pinkett in South Bend, embedded with the Irish. Let's start with the tell me something I don't know category. Alan, you start.
Well, the mandate coming out of South Bend from Brian Kelly is to the defense, keep the points down. And that's so important because check this out. When the opponents when the defense has allowed 30 points or more, Notre Dame is 1-7 under Brian Kelly. When the defense has allowed 20 points or less, he is 26-1. So that is what they are working on in South Bend.
And Bonnie, I would add from the Oklahoma side of things, that's a great number because when Oklahoma scores 30 or more points under Bob Stoops, he's only lost 3 times. I believe it's 35-3. So the points are a huge number. I can't agree more about this being and I don't want to get too carried away and say defensive battle, but more the defense that plays the best ends up winning this game, right? Captain Obvious. But Oklahoma's defense is much improved over last year. I don't know how to really quantify it. Numbers, you can use numbers for whatever you want when you beat Louisiana Monroe and when you take care of Tulsa and when you beat a West Virginia team that hasn't really played all that well this season. Oklahoma's defense, Bonnie, it looks faster. It's a different scheme. Their linebackers are undersized, but they're more active. We might see more 4-man fronts this weekend for the University of Oklahoma. Allen's dead on. That number is key. Both teams want to keep this low scoring, but the Sooners, man, if they can get to that 30-point total, they feel really good about their chances of winning on Saturday.
All right, making a mental note that 30 is the magic number in this game, guys. Debate time. Give me critical matchups, who wins and why. Chris, go.
Trenches. It's the battle in the trenches, man. Can Oklahoma's offensive line do to Notre Dame what they weren't able to do last year? Alan and I saw it firsthand. Notre Dame's defensive line pushed Oklahoma around. Landry Jones didn't have a chance. He was constantly hurried. He was constantly rushed. It's so generic, and I wish I had something more original for you, but it's real simple. Can Jordan Phillips make some headway against Notre Dame's offensive line? Will Oklahoma's offensive line, Alan, will they be able to have more success against Notre Dame's defensive front, which is loaded with NFL caliber? That's where I think this battle is going to be basically drawn, and whoever wins that battle might end up winning this game on Saturday.
Well, I know it's a debate, Chris, but I couldn't agree with you more. The battle's going to come down to the battle on the line of scrimmage. And I think this is the game where Lewis Nix and Stephon Tuitt really step up. And I think that, Notre Dame is also going to be well aware of the fact that the record between these two is 9 for Notre Dame, 1 for Oklahoma. And we know that you guys are still mad that we took your slogan, play like a champion, today.
You still play like a champion, and Alan, you ripped the hearts out of the Sooner Nation. Bonnie, Doug, I'm not even kidding when I tell you, for so many Sooner faithful, this is more than just a game. They go back to when the 47-game win streak was snapped. There's still, these memories of 62,000 fans in Gaylord Family Memorial Stadium that sat in their seats during a driving thunderstorm after Oklahoma had that winning streak broken by Notre Dame. Notre Dame during the Bud Wilkinson era, I think Bud was just 1-5 against them. They ripped Sooner Nation's heart out, and they've consistently done it. So this is more than just a game. The play like a champion slogan, the 47-game winning streak snapped, doing it when we striped the stadium last year. There is so much more than just football for so many of the diehard fans. Whenever these two teams square off against Saturday, emotions are going to be at a high, especially in the stands.
Well, certainly.
And, the thing I have to add in there is Notre Dame currently has a 10-game home winning streak. Yep. I don't know if Oklahoma can come into Notre Dame Stadium, usually a place where folks are inspired to play well, but here lately they've been intimidating opponents. Can Oklahoma handle that atmosphere in South Bend?
Well, and I'll say this. I think Oklahoma handles tough atmospheres in the Big 12 week in and week out. That's not one thing that's concerning to me. Blake Bell has been in these moments. Has he been the starting quarterback? No. I don't think the atmosphere is going to be as big of an issue as just that physical prowess that Notre Dame has showed. Oklahoma's a more physical team than last year, but have they really played against a team that can match it yet in their schedule? No, they haven't. That's where I think the biggest issue will be for the Sooners come Saturday.
Certainly nice to see the rivalry renewed. Chris and Alan, thank you so much.